Sorry, having cell phone difficulties. Cut my video off, and I wasn't quite finished. Don't have a lot more to cover, but I did want to touch on the election of 1932. I don't know exactly where it cut me off, so I may repeat myself a little bit. But Hoover is not doing a very good job when it comes to helping out the American people. They're not happy with him. They're extremely dissatisfied with his efforts, and they take their anger out on him in this next election. So it's been, at this time, like I said, it's been about 3 years since the stock market crash in 1929, election of 1932. Hoover does run for re-election, but really he has no chance because, the people are extremely upset. They want change. They don't want anything to do with him because of what he's done this far. And the Democratic nominee is a guy named Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And Roosevelt is a former governor of New York, and he's running on this platform saying that if I get president, this is what I'm going to do for the American people. He's more a candidate that is offering direct relief versus just looking at taking care of businesses and that sort of thing. He's saying, look, I'm going to step in and provide actual relief to individuals. And then, so he's a pretty popular guy. He wins the election in a landslide. And on the day that he is inaugurated, he gives a speech and he says, I pledge myself to a new deal for the American people. And the New Deal is what we're going to cover in Section 2, what it is, what are some of the programs that came from it, and then you also have an assignment to do with that. Now, as far as this week, hopefully you've kind of bared with me throughout these 3 videos. It wasn't supposed to be 3, it's supposed to be 1, but I had to kind of piece it together. But the notes, the video, you're going to have a questionnaire that you're going to answer. It's going to be set up on a Google Doc, and the questions will already be typed on the document, and I will have the document made where you can edit your own personal copy, which means that all you'll have to do is type your answers on that form. This is one thing that I failed to mention in the first video. Like I said, I'm kind of new at this as well. But first of all, when you are answering questions on a doc that I have already created, I would appreciate it if you did it in a different color. That way, when I'm grading these, that helps my eyes, okay? Because I'm going to have to be, grading over 100 of these for every assignment that we do. So if you could put that in red, I know typically in class I tell y'all not to write in red, but since these are going to be typed in black, if you would put your answers in red, that way they'll stand out to me. That would be huge. That'll also let me know that you watched all the way to the end of this video, which some of you may not have. But I'll know when you turn your assignments in Friday. Something else that I failed to mention in the first video, these slides are going to be a little bit longer than normal, and there's 2 reasons for that. Number one is we usually in class do a lot of reading out of the textbook, and we don't have access to do that right now, so I'm trying to give y'all as much information as I can. And 2, you're not having to write them. You're only having to read them and then listen as I kind of break them down. That's why they're lengthier than normal. So, don't let that kind of throw you off, because as you can see, we went through all these in a pretty short period of time, shorter than what a normal class period would be. And so, again, if y'all have any questions, give me a shout, email, remind, or you can message me in Google Classroom. Your assignment will be on here.